Well, this is Peanut, and this is gonna be like one of my first videos, and if I stutter or like if I repeat something, it's one of my first times, actually recording this kind of stuff, and well, let's get into it. Um, I'm gonna be ranting on something that a lot of people, laugh about or they like deny, straight out deny, even out without any evidence. And this is UFOs. And I know you guys already hear the X Files music playing in the background. You know what you know which song I'm talking about. And what gets me mad or irritated when bring up the topic of UFOs is the reactions I get. Sometimes when I say UFOs, I see people already shaking their heads, or I see them laughing or giggling. You know, is that kind of stuff that kind of irritates me. Like for example, I'll get various reactions like, oh my god, dude, you actually believe in that kind of stuff? That's sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars crap. Dude, you believe in Chewbacca? It's some stuff that is like unnecessary if you don't have any evidence to back yourself up. You have to be open-minded on this kind of stuff. Or sometimes I get a religious, response like, "Oh, God only made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve and a ET," stuff like that. But if you don't believe in something or you have no knowledge of the topic at hand, um, please don't respond like a moron, please, because it's irritating. And so people would rather bring up other topics like they always talk about stuff like stupid stuff like Jersey Shore or something. They would be like, "Oh my God, why are you talking about UFOs? Oh my God, did you see Snooki? She fell in the beach. Oh, it was so hilarious," stuff like that. Or Ronnie and Sam broke up. Finally, man, Ronnie, started thinking Sammy was a bitch. Shit like that. And if I sound kind of weird right now, it's because I have a cold, and I'm trying my best not to sound so weird. But yeah, people always, this is the main question that I ask: why don't you believe in UFOs? And usually this is a response that I get on the instant. I ask them why, and they stay quiet, and they'll be like, I don't know, but they're not real. you know it's just stuff like that, that like, if you're not sure about something, say, well, I don't know, but they could be real. Don't just straight out deny something because you have no evidence or no knowledge about the topic at hand. um just like I give out the responses of people, try to give a educated response. you know it's just, it's kind of annoying to hear straight out denial when you have no evidence to back yourself up. And sometimes I get even like responses that are like, I'm not gonna believe in an alien until they show up right in front of my doorstep and I see one face to face. And that's, what are the odds of that happening? For every human to have an interaction like that with an alien, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But there's various questions that people ask, like, where's the evidence? Well, the evidence is all around you. There's like a shitload of evidence out there. And well, so far there has been a censorship by the government, by religious, religion, like the Catholic Church, the Vatican, Christianity. Almost all types of religions have a censorship on aliens. Because why? Why do you think they have a censorship on aliens? It's because if they were to admit it's real, their religion would be no longer. See, for example, like the example that I just brought up a few minutes ago, talking about he made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve and an ET. It would just, destroy the religion if aliens were to be announced that they exist, stuff like that. And it's just it's what I want to say. It's just information that it's blocked by other people in higher positions, and I don't think it's fair. I think that the disclosure should happen, and now I brought up that there's a lot of evidence, and that people just need to look for it and open their eyes. For example, there's the Disclosure Project, which is around 400 officials that in all parts of the government. This isn't only in the U.S. This is all over the world. The Disclosure Project deals with radar specialists, deals with people that have sorry about that. Just that have higher positions in government, like in the Air Force, like top secret clearances, cosmic level clearances, stuff that like not the average person gets to know. They're coming out and say, hey, this is real. I have documents to prove this. I've seen it with my own eyes. There's something going on. People need to know about it because this is serious. For us to know, to acknowledge that we're not the only ones in this world, and that we're not alone. It's a big deal. Imagine the different cultures, the different technology, how these aliens live, all these types of different life. It's amazing. And yeah, so that's one example of evidence. The Disclosure Project, look it up. It's run by Stephen Greer. Just really amazing stuff. They bring out stories of their encounters, with alien evidence of anything from spacecraft to dissections to actually talking with an alien. Just it's amazing how secret this is. And there's some military bases, the most famous one being Area 51, but there's other military bases that hide this kind of stuff, and one of those would be Area 52, and there's other ones across the United States which deal with places like in the desert, like New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. There's a whole bunch of bases all over the United States that have hide this kind of information, and there's been people that have come out that work in these facilities and say, hey, this is real, and they have evidence to back them up. And sometimes when they bring up this kind of stuff, they're killed. Like there's this guy called Phil Schneider. Look him up on YouTube. He died because he brought up this whole thing about aliens, and how he was just leaking information that the government doesn't want the people to know. Supposedly, he had a heart attack right before he was gonna deliver a big speech on aliens. How convenient for the government, for the guy to have a heart attack right before aliens talk. It's just unbelievable to the what do I want to say? The conclusions the governments come to, killing a person just so he won't reveal stuff. There's also a whole bunch of untouched ancient examples. For example, the pyramids. How do you think the pyramids were built? Do you think civilizations were able to pick up? I mean, dude, these rocks are heavy. They're like thousands of tons. You know how heavy that is. There is no way slave labor is going to be able to pick up those rocks. No way. And put them on top of each other? No. You can't have animal and slave labor to pick up these rocks to make these pyramids. There is no way. And there's evidence about UFOs giving a special type of technology to these people in Egypt and all over the world to make these monuments, to give precision cuts on like rock. I mean, if you go look all over the world, in Peru or in other parts of the world, they have these cuts of rocks that are like perfect. Like, it's super hard to get that type of cut even today. We don't have that technology to make that perfect cut on a rock. How do you explain that? These people had rock tools. They didn't even have steel. How could he make precision cuts like that? It's impossible without some type of interference, especially hieroglyphics, on these pyramids, showing that there's freaking something coming out of the sky, like a fiery ball. And I don't think that's a comet, because they would react with that whatever came down from the sky, and they used to think it was the heavens. That's why they thought that aliens were angels. They were looked up as gods because they came from the heavens. You just gotta think about this kind of stuff. Even in Peru, there's like how there's crop circles now. There's on the mountains, you could see designs of animals. There's even an alien. If you fly over, you could see a picture of an alien, and this is dated years ago. I'm pretty sure before Christ. How could they make this type of designs without an aerial perspective? How can they make these glorious pictures without knowing how they look like on top? How? It's just stuff that you have to think about. And there's been even evidence today. Even the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they said lately that they believe aliens exist. You know how big that is for a religion to announce that they believe that aliens exist? And then they even went to the extremes of saying that if aliens were to come to Earth, they would baptize them to their own religion. You know how ridiculous that sounds? That they would baptize aliens? If they gave out that type of information 500 years ago, they would have been hanged. They would have been killed on the spot. Wow, it's just, amazing. What more evidence do you want? Even the UN, the United Nations, appointed a new Earth ambassador for aliens. Oh yeah, aliens don't exist, but we're gonna make a world ambassador, Earth ambassador, just in case anything.